Hi, this is Satiris Basagaropoulos with part 70 of our 101 blogging tips video series. And in today's video, I want to talk about why buying an inferior product could mess up your business. So I've used different softwares before in the past. In fact, I've used the GoToWebinar. I've used another one, another webinar JEO. I've used Zoom. I've used a couple of other different softwares. I can't even remember the names of them all, but I have used different software for webinars, quite a few different ones in the past. And about a few weeks ago, I actually saw one which looked really impressive, right? Now, it looked really impressive, so I bought the webinar software anyway. And because I've been busy, with my 101 blogging tips video series, doing a 30-day video challenge, and I've also been busy doing a daily training on another social network that I'm in. I didn't have any time to actually use the software. So I decided to do a training, a live training today, and I decided to do it as a live webinar. So the bottom line was I set up the webinar, set it up for this evening, set everything up, the way it said to do, right? So I thought, right, that's it all set up. That's me sorted, ready to go later tonight. But being on the internet for a long time and understanding how internet marketing works and how things don't always go as you're expecting them to, right? I said, right, I'm going to set up another webinar and I'm going to test software, right? So, cut a long story short, I set up another webinar, went onto the computer, put the webinar live, got someone else sitting in the other room on the webinar software, and they said, yes, I'm connected, right? Everything's great. And I said, right, message me. So there was no message. They arrived in the room. There was nothing in the room. Screen wasn't being shared. They could see me. They could see a video of me. But when I pressed the screen share, nothing happened. I was seeing the screen share, but they weren't seeing it. Okay. So after a bit of confusion, I figured out I'd maybe made a mistake, right? And I'd maybe logged into the wrong webinar because there was already one that I'd created. I thought maybe I've clicked the wrong link, I've logged in wrong webinar. But by the time I figured this out, I deleted the original webinar, right? Because I couldn't get it to work. So that webinar, I'd sent out emails to a lot of people. I'd posted in a lot of groups. I'd posted it on Facebook. I'd posted on Twitter. So basically that webinar didn't exist anymore. So so the only thing I could really do, right, was the next best thing, and that was to set up a new webinar. So I thought, right, okay, I'm going to be 15 minutes late because I have to redo this. But I redid it. I reset up the webinar. I added, the people that had subscribed, re-added them and stuff, and thought, right, this is fine. And then started the webinar again and put it on another computer to log into the webinar, and the screen was blank. Couldn't see anything. There was no sound. There was nobody there. Messages weren't working. There was no messages even on the screen. So the moral of the story is, if you get something that works, and it works really well, continue to use it, okay? Don't jump onto the bandwagon for new things. And for goodness sake, if you're going to jump onto the bandwagon and try all these new softwares and new things, make sure you've at least tested them out a few times before you go live. Because it can be quite embarrassing when you don't. So that's my blogging tip for this evening. I hope you found it useful. I hope that it saves you from making a few mishaps when you go live on your webinars. And that's it from me this evening. I will talk to you again in the next blogging tip tomorrow. Thanks very much.